I want to show you how to join um also iron the cam collar. I'm using cam collar. So I have my paper gum on this vintage material. So here I've added aiming gum because it didn't really fit. One thing about some paper gum does not really fit until it will not join until you have to put an aiming gum to make it stick. So I'm ironing, I'm just putting whether it is still joining. Not join, I'll pour water on it, then I'll do it again. But I'm not going to increase the heat on my iron because it's a vintage top. Increase heat on a vintage top, you expand the material. So that's how it goes. And I want it to be so firm on the material. So I have to iron it iron in this material. This is a vintage top, like I said. So I'm putting a paper gum on top because cam collar you don't have to put a stronger color because it's a vintage already. So there's no need of you putting, if not to be strong, so strong that another thing, cam color, the name is a soft material. So when you are taking it to the back and you are folding it, so it has to use this paper gum. So watch out. See it here. Then I cut it out. I'm going to leave some allowance about half an inch so that when I'm sewing, I can be able to sew along here. So I'm going to start cutting it from here. Let's see. Cut it from here. And now come to this side and cut it also. But I still have to keep a very big allowance so that what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm going to fold it like this. So you have to trim it out like this. Yeah, yeah, and like this. See, I'm sewing it, it's going to go up like this. So I want to do the same to this also. You have to put enough allowance. If not, you can have some so that you're not going to be left out while sewing. And you have to be very conscious of where you have to be very conscious of it. You'll be feeling it inside. So now I'm going to cut the other part, and this part is going to be bigger. I mean, much bigger than this. So one thing I'm going to tell you about is that anytime you are joining a cloth, especially a material, you have to make sure you iron it. It does not matter whether the material is straight or not, you have to iron it so you can get your accurate measurement. I know that you always want to be fast, but you have to take your time because as you are taking your time and you are sewing it, you'll be enjoying it honestly. So you join it here, it's going to look like this. So this is going to look like. So what I'm going to do next, I know it's not really necessary, but you still have to do it so that you will not be missed out. Because one thing about me, I like something being careful about something when it comes to ironing. So I have to pin it all here so that while I'm cutting, I'm not going to make mistake and enter, like just cut out the material also. So I have to be very careful and conversant with it. So I have to pin all the way here. Know that while I'm cutting, I'm not going to make mistake or enter or so a smaller size. The next thing I'm going to do, I will still come and iron it. It's just it's not that necessary, sha. Not necessary. So I still miss a spot that I have to put. Still have to put my hemming gun. I just cut this with the scissors. So I'll place it here and place the other one here. Place the other one here. You see, I just feel that it hasn't joined. I still put water and there you go. Water is very, very important. Like it's in so many aspects. So I just have to do it quickly. So like this. You are seeing it right. I'll be holding firmly the material. That is it. It doesn't mean I have to cut everything to meet up. Must not be. Must not be like that. So I have to be very careful on what I'm doing. That is it. So I'm going to go and join it. When I join it, I'll get back. So this is now I'm going to join this material. So just watch and see how it is. So you have to be very, very careful. Very careful while sewing. And you have to sew from the end. Another thing, you don't have to sew on top this edge. You will have to sew at this. You have to sew the material, but it has to be close to this paper gum. So you don't have to enter this because that is what I used to shape it. So there I go. So I'm making sure I don't enter. Now this is how the thing looks like. I've just iron it. Done some ironing it. And don't forget any cloth that you sew or any part, you have to trim it to make it neat. Don't not because there's a way you can just sew a cloth. Maybe you just want to fix it inside. And when you finish sewing it, you'll be feeling it. Or the thread can easily like maybe you sew it and the thing matches out while sewing it and the thing goes off like sewing a joining like this. We have then when you turn it, it can come out. So you just have to check all those things. And it's very, very good. It makes your work look neat. Anything you sew, you have to knit it before you can go to the next step. Even though you cannot do all the knitting, but at least the small knitting is fine. It's okay. So and now I have to iron it again. You see, I sewed it up to this point. So it's up to this point. I join it from here. I did it enter here. So that's how the thing looks like. And I have to sew it again to make it straight. And as I'm ironing, I'll expand it and I'll put water again. You see, this thing is still trying to have its way out. I'll force it. You know what I mean by forcing? You still have to put the hemming gum again so that it will look straight and neat. If you want to ignore it, it's going to give you a very difficult times. Like when you've been joining it, so you're looking sloppy, like it's not really fit. So anyhow the material is, you still have to make sure you make it straight like this. You just have to put your hemming gum. Let me just cut this out in form of this shape. I don't know why you can see what I'm doing. Sit here. So I'll just put it here.